Okay. Okay. Hi, chat. Welcome back to Genshin. In a bit, we will check what is going on with work stuff. But yes, uh, first we need to do Scenic Chronicles, which I've yet to do for today. So might as well take a look. What is going
A
on?
little to the left. A little to the right.
Huh?
Yes. Well done.
What?
A little to the left. A little to the right.
Oh, what the hell?
Yes. Well done.
Huh? Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here.
The atmosphere is a little unusual today.
Hmm.
Are you decorating this flower field, Columbina?
That wasn't me. It was them.
I see. Okay.
You mean the Kuhenki?
Yes. These stones emit a faint light upon absorbing Kuvaki.
Oh,
The Kuhenki are quite fond of them.
I see.
So they just put them on the ground and play with them?
Not exactly. Come over here and look.
Oh,
Huh?
okay, so we're gonna go up here.
Ooh, it forms a picture when you look at it from above.
Looks like we're a chunk shot though.
That's right. I need to go collect some more.
Okay.
Oh, so you're heading out?
Yes, I know just the place. It's graced by the moon, so these kinds of stones are abundant.
Want us to come with?
Sure.
All right, then let's get collecting. We want to see what the finished picture looks like, too.
I like that Columbina is so casual with everything, which is surprising. Oh, they're trying to make a moon of some sort. Seems like so anyway. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, right, yeah, sure. Okay. Okay.
This should be enough, right? Feels like we grabbed a whole bunch. Come on, let's head back. Can't leave that artwork incomplete forever, right?
Huh? What the?
Quick, hide! Someone's here!
Where am I? Mommy! I want to go home!
Okay.
Oh, looks like she's one of the Frost Moon Scions. Is she lost?
I'll go help her.
You will?
Yeah, of course. She sure looks like she needs it.
The Frost Moon Scions are deeply wary of outsiders, correct? You have no antlers. The hour is late. What if you scare her off instead?
Okay, that could happen, but we can't just do nothing.
Come with me then.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay. 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 That's weird. But what the?
Huh? What's this?
What the?
It's so pretty.
Also, why are we being attacked?
That should do it.
And off she goes. That trail of stone should lead her back to the Frost Moon Enclave.
Columbina says she doesn't want to be treated like a god, but she helped those in need all the same.
Wait, what about the painting?
It's all right. We can finish it some other time.
Aw.
I like watching people find their way back home, to the place where they belong.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on there, but whatever. Sure. So that's the Selenic Chronicles for this week. Kinda you know. Kind of nothing stuff actually, but yeah. Yeah, we could do some fishing actually. We could do some fishing and then we'll start working on stuff, I guess. Or maybe we should come back afterwards. We can come back afterwards. Yeah, Genshin stuff. Yeah, we could come back afterwards, cause why not? Why not? But first things first, I think this would be good to do. But yeah, honestly, not much special for this week's Selenic Chronicles. It's
Add as
it's surprising that it's I mean it's expected. I don't see many people talking about this week's one, if I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, fair enough, I guess. So we need to wait. No, it's one more, and then we'll get Blanket of Stars, Cloudward Moon. From here, I gaze. Okay, it's interesting. It's interesting. But yeah. All right. Perhaps I'll need to do this. Okay. Right, we'll do fishing later, cause right now I think it's work stuff time. Yes. Yeah, the quote unquote work stuff. Gosh. Uh, so Chad, I've been playing some Battlefield 6 off stream. God, it's actually a night and day difference, man. Like, honestly, I am so surprised. I'm so surprised, but man, my PC really cannot stream Battlefield 6. Like, I can play off stream, I cannot play on stream. It is so annoying. I don't know why, but yeah. Am I gonna do Battlefield 6 off stream? I think I will. I think I really will do it off stream. I don't want to do them on stream anymore, chat. Like, honestly, I really don't want to. Because, like, it's not fun just suffering. You know what I mean? Like, if I can play Battlefield 6 consistently without lagging like hell, I guess it's fine. But yeah. Anyways, work email. Yes, okay. If a successful flame chase, this page of the story comes from the 4,048,128th eternal recurrence, an almost perfect flame chase journey. Imagine the war to conquer the oceans had not failed, if the impress of flame chase had not fallen, but instead achieved a grand ambition. General, cheers and chatter ebb and flowed throughout the tavern. The girl playing chess yawned and tossed the queen piece onto the board. As agreed, 100,000 balance coins. Pay up. No way, a little girl like you? You must be cheating. The candlelight flickers, casting the shadow of towering opponent in a corner. The musician stops playing the violin, revealing a subtle smile. You seem unfamiliar with the proper etiquette, sir. Fortunately, I know a thing or two about swordplay. The sword loser roared in rage, snatched up a stool, and lunged forward. In the ensuing chaos, bystanders who got caught in the crossfire joined the brawl with gleeful laughter. The musician weaved through the crowd like a predatory fish. Of course, no one was seriously hurt, as she didn't see any reason to use her real strength here. Only when tavern floor was littered with bodies did the chess-playing girl finally emerge from behind the sofa, skipping merrily towards the counter. Do you understand now? This here is the Princess of Sea Sirens, nemesis of the Black Tide, the bone-eating Mega Shark, first musician of Amphorius, and I am her loyal chess master. Now, prepare our rooms and meals. The girl glanced from corner of her eye at the news clipping posted on the counter. It had already yellowed with age. After all, it was from years ago that headline was brief and to the point. The Flame Chase journey comes to a perfect close. Yes, we won that war called Flame Chase. The nobles pacified and the roaring tide of ocean healed the scars of earth, followed by strife, death, sky. People united as never before, and the Council of Elders proclaimed that the perfect Era Chrysia had returned once more. However, the Era Nova never came, and the Imperator, along with her loyal Gladius, vanished without trace. No one knows where they are now. Now, we have won all the travel money. Where to next? I guess Parphius. Parphius, I don't know. I heard they are starting up the Golden Apple Beauty Pageant again. Epos isn't bad either. With those majestic mountains, we should make it a point to conquer them every now and then. The blue-haired girl brought over a basin of water, washed her hands, then sat down on a chair and broke a loaf of bread in half. I want to take a break for a while. The Sea Siren Princess stroked the strings through her gloves. I'm planning to write a book. I've already collected quite a few musical phrases. Looks like my days as a wandering chess master ends here. I look forward to your melody since you're a genuine princess as well as a fake bard. Firecrackers and dances in the hearth. The hostage clones remain unscathed. The golden trouts weaving for shop is a sight to behold, and the 4 dukes carried their duties. Here. Okay. And the 4 dukes carried their duties with honor and revered by all. Yet you and I have kept our identities hidden, as if forgotten by the world. Which law did you modify back then to achieve such prosperity? Firecrackers and dances in the hearth. The silence was only broken when another piece of bread was finished. Like I said, all I want is fairness. The girl leaped down from her chair. They sacrificed for their flame chase, and now they each get their happiness. That's fairness. Once you pledged loyalty to me, and now I serve as your follower. Isn't that fair too? Yeah, that's fair, the princess mumbled, slumped over the bed, her hair falling down. Well then, my beloved highness. If you have no other commands, I actually have a question of my own. What question? This chair is too tall. I need a footstool. What? Oh, I wonder what this is supposed to be. Is this like alternate storyline of Hycillence and Ceridra? I'm not sure. Breeze of Fleetfoot, Caesar's Gold. This page of the story comes from the... Wait. Huh. Okay. So this one is 4 million... Interesting. This story comes from the 6,269,299th eternal recurrence, an unexpected inheritance of divine authority. Imagine if it was Zargius who received the divine authority of law, and the swift-footed feline thus ascended to the pinnacle of power. The Law Titan Talanton happened to fall on the Spirit Day, and the Trickster Titans seized this opportunity to usurp divine authority. They proclaimed their laws to the world. Gambling. What? Okay, a ruler wants to expand their territory, but power and land to the bet. Put power and land to a bet. The mortal, seeking divine authority, go roll the dice with the gods. And so, the mountain rivers, cities, and people of Forius all came here, but all became mere stakes in the game. Overnight, countless aristocrats fell from grace, while nameless figures began to rise to prominence. Among them, the followers of Zargius became the agents of gods, acting with absolute impartiality and neutrality. The followers established gambling houses across different city-states, faithful, executing the law with the authority of the Titan. Among all followers of Zargius, at the pinnacle stands with the demigod known as Wind of Dolos, Cyphera. Legend has it that Cyphera once gambled against Kafale and won everything they bore. After that, Okama became the world's largest gambling den. Countless gamblers climbed Dawncloud with hope in their hearts, trying their luck at winning precious metals, jades, and territories, only to leave disappointed. Cyphera always has the last laugh. People took these words as gospel. On that day, a little blonde girl with tattered clothes knocked on the door of Dawncloud Casino. Hey, Cyphera, wanna make a bet? Despite her misfortune, the girl carried herself with extraordinary grace. I am Aglaia, the last noble heir of Okama. I've come to reclaim everything that is rightfully mine from your hands. A breeze swept by, and Aglaia knew the curious cat had perked up its ears. She pointed to the bath beside her. The water here flows constantly. Let's make a bet about this outlet on whether a golden laurel leaf will float by within 30 seconds. I bet there will be. A gentle breeze lifted the hem of Aglaia's tattered dress as giggle was heard. Then I bet it wouldn't happen. Neither had placed their wager, and Cyphera hadn't even shown up. Yet the gamble had already begun. The onlookers at the grand bath held their breath in anticipation, but Aglaia slowly lowered herself to sit by the water, as if knowing exactly what was to come. 25 seconds, 24 seconds. A golden laurel leaf appeared in the bath above the water outlet, spinning the flow, as if still hesitating. 15 seconds. The golden laurel leaf suddenly drifted downstream, with the current quickly approaching the water outlet. 5 seconds. 4. A sudden gust of wind stirred up ripples, and the laurel leaf that was about to fall into a drain vanished into thin air before everyone's eyes. At the same time, Cyphera appeared in front of Aglaia with a playful smirk. 3, 2, 1. Aglaia plucked off the golden laurel leaf on her head, the only valuable thing she carried, letting the water from the outlet wash it away. 0 seconds. I win, Aglaia said with a straight face. What's the point of winning a gamble with no stakes? Cyphera didn't even bother pointing out the girl's cheating. At least you showed up. Heh, tell me, little girl with nothing to your name, what could you possibly bet against me? I'm not empty-handed. I can bet myself, and what I want, in that same vein, is you. Fair deal, wouldn't you say? Ha 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 ha. Interesting. I have no reason to refuse, but before we start a proper gamble, you'll need to dress up properly. Came here barefoot. Here, take these boots. Consider them a welcome gift. Then, Sephira scooped up the small girl like picking up a kitten and walked deeper into the baths. Oh, the roles have reversed. What the hell? Huh, that's interesting. Uh, okay, right. Okay, right. Sorry, chat. Give me a bit. Okay, right. Because I am looking at something that people have posted in my server. So yeah. Okay, so this one, Crestron Criminals, Age of Firearms. What the fuck? This page of the story comes from the 8128 Eternal Recurrence, a wondrous exchange of lives. Imagine if the blonde crown prince of criminals had become a sage of the grove. Wow, the frail heretical scholar had taken part in the criminals' festival. Mother, I have arrived at the Grove of Epiphany. All is well. Please, do not worry. The blond youth wrote a letter home after meticulously arranging his new living quarters. My fellow companions at the Grove have been very kind to me. However, there's one thing that puzzles me. People often say there are no words in Creston Criminals dictionary. What is that all about? Also, there's a school in the Grove called Collectolism that focuses on physical training, seeking to discover the self through muscle conditioning. I'm quite drawn to it. My child, do you remember how my name comes from Gorgo, the first founder of our city? Legend has it that someone erected a monument in their name while they were still alive. When Gorgo discovered it, they personally erased all the text on the stone. The Kremnoans revere ancient customs, and since then, only blank stones could tell of great deeds. There's another theory. No descendant believed their achievements could surpass that of a founder. Interesting. So none dared inscribe their own deeds over generations. This somehow evolved into Kremnoan being perceived as martial powerhouses who look down on the written word. That is also why I sent you to study at the Grove. I hope you return to bring winds of cultural revolution to Kremnos. As for which school to choose, Mother supports your decision. The hell? The hell? So, is this is Mighty, isn't it? His mother wrote back a long flowing letter. The young man was lost in thought until a cold voice interrupted. Wrong! Only now do I understand. Having no words in their dictionary is Kremnoan's true foresight. Rigid text only holds back human progress. Alexa, what are you? The blond youth recognized his classmate, a loner, whom none of his companions had ever gotten his name right. Call me Anaxagoras. The green-haired youth sneered with displeasure. The young man tugged at his eye patch, his uncovered eye brimming with equal parts mockery, indignation, and arrogance, plus a hint of unfathomable depth. The truth is already in my grasp. Watch as I turn this decrepit world upside down. The blond youth unconsciously seized up those hands that held truth by Kremnoan standards with such feeble strength. One couldn't preach any truth to anyone. After all, truth only exists within punching distance. Mother, I've been pursuing my advancement under the Hectolistis school. Something interesting happened recently. The Grove expelled a student who allegedly attempted to resurrect the dead through alchemy, violating the ban. I find it rather regrettable. P.S. I've attached a preliminary draft of the dictionary with this letter. Mother reply came late. My child, your father has recently restarted the Criminals Festival, but he still hasn't found a King's Aegis champion that satisfies him. I don't understand his intentions, but I can smell the fog of war in the air. I received the dictionary, and it brings me joy. You know, I've never wanted you to become the puppet of strife. A long time passed. Mother, the Council of Sages will nominate me as the Helictus Sage. I heard that my father, Euripon the King, is gathering warriors to ignite the Chrysos War, raising arms against former allies, and will soon attack the Grove of Epiphany. I'm deeply ashamed of this. Council of Sages has decided to send a letter of peace negotiation. If it can't survive the flames of war and reach my father's hand, I implore him to reconsider his military actions. There was no response to the letter. When the Kremenos army finally arrived at the gates, Mydemos, the Helictus sage, led his fellow scholars to defend against the enemy. At last, he saw with his own eyes the new King of Aegis leading the army. A man with green hair, an eye patch, a doe dressed as a Kremenos warrior. Mydemos recognized him instantly, his former classmate, Anaxagoras. Wow, the blond man was filled with confusion. He was the one who won the Kremenos. Was he the one who won the Kremenos festival? With such a frail physique, has Kremenos really fallen this far? As if hearing his thoughts, the green-haired man twirled his gun while letting out a maniacal laugh. Alchemy has brought Creston Kremenos into the age of firearms. Now, let's show these old fogies what the King's one-turn kill school is made of. Okay, that is one alternate story I have never seen before. Holy shit. This page comes from the 18,250,001st eternal reoccurrence of the chance encounter between two solitudes. Imagine if Seleucus and the exiled Day Thunder Knight had met with the innocent winged beasts in the wasteland. Had not met with the innocent winged beasts of the wasteland, but rather Droma's king who had walked among humans for 100 years. Years later, as she watched Hyacinth, the Chrysos heir, ascend to the heavens, Seleucus, the Day Thunder Droma's knight, would remember the moment when she was exiled to the surface by her people, and her encounter with that walking mountain. At the time, Terravox, the Droma's king, had been wandering alone in the mortal realm for nearly a century. It silently watches over the myriad lives during the Chrysos War, occasionally witnessing spectacular sights, like when the radiance of the land's fury struck down a floating fortress, raising waves of dust that engulfed buildings. However, on that day, a young girl stumbled out of another fallen fortress. Her short jacket was soaked in golden blood, yet before losing consciousness, she managed to raise her broken blade with trembling hands at the approaching Dromas. Perhaps it was loneliness, perhaps it was the determination in the girl's eyes, or perhaps the sight of a life perishing like this was too much. Terravox took the girl, named Seleucus. Seleucus was a girl of a few words. The only hobby she had was to hone her skills. Among all the Chrysos heirs and Terravox had encountered, none possessed such extraordinary talent as Cellulose. Years later, when Terravox sparred with Cellulose and found themselves evenly matched, the beast realized that this skyfolk with golden blood would surely leave her mark in history. However, seeing the stubborn determination buried deep in Cellulose's eyes, Terravox began to worry that this exceptional power might bring her not only glory, but perhaps even greater tragedy. One night, Cellulose sat atop Terravox's head, quietly gazing at the moon that flickered in and out of the clouds, and the floating fortress that appeared as tiny as an ant. After a long silence, Terravox finally spoke. Ugh, we had journeyed together for so long, yet we never truly had a heart-to-heart. Cellulose, I wish to know your aspirations. Day Thunder Night. I forgot who was it. Oh, was it Solaris and Lunibis? Solibis and Lunibis. Is that the one? I guess, yeah. Okay. Okay, right, back here. The girl tightened her grip on the short blade. I have witnessed hearts fall into the abyss of evil because of absurd beliefs. One day, I'll return to the fortress of Dome, kill Aquila, and set humanity free. Killing the gods? Will killing the god be all that it takes to set humanity free? The girl remained quiet, the stubbornness filling the silence. Cellulose, you have only met those who worship the sky, but I've been to hundreds of city-states. I've witnessed lands of death where entire cities voluntarily set themselves aflame. And I've seen city-states that also worship death, practicing austere penitence in the ice and snow. That all the more proves that they are all prisoners of the Titans. If you were like me, born from the bosoms of the Titans, would you understand that the Titans are more pure-hearted than humans? They hold neither preference nor hatred for their creations. They have long since handed over the power to choose our destiny to us. Easy for you to say, what am I supposed to do? Look, kid, I've told you, the choice is in your hands. Dark clouds obscured the moon, and the floating fortress suddenly vanished, as if it too were terrified of the shadowy presence. Then, as the clouds retreated, the fortress was nowhere to be found, while the moon remained unchanged, shining ever brighter in the girl's eyes. Terravox, I made up my mind. I want to go down to the mortal realm, just like you. I'll save humanity the human way. And until then, let the Eye of Twilight King cling to life a while longer. The Dromas King responded with a gentle growl. Years later, a warrior goddess emerged in Amphorius. Her name was Cellulose, said to be descendant of both the Sunfolk and Rainfolk. Not only did she possess the strength of 1,000 men, but she was also accompanied by a Dromas as indomitable as a mountain. People regarded her with reverence, bestowing upon her the title Day Thunder, Dromas Night. Around night calendar 3920, the Day Thunder, Dromas Night met with the Imperator in Okama, where she stayed for several days before joining the Flame Chase journey as an auxiliary force. In light calendar 3957, Terravox, the Day Hunter Dromas Knight's most important companion, fell in battle during the battle against Joros. In light calendar 3960, the Flame Chase army achieved a costly victory in the expedition against the ocean, with only Cellulose returning alive. The Council of Elders claimed that Cellulose had killed the Imperator and others in an attempt to seize power. She gave no response to this, but swiftly purged the council with lightning-fast brutality. She then supported Aglaya's rise to power in Okuma, where humanity ruled itself. Though not a demigod, Xanillosi had lived for nearly 1,000 years. Rumors said her old friend Terravox shared their lifespan with her. Yet, unknown to all, after watching the young Chrysos heir named Hyacinth ascend to the Rainbow Bridge to the sky, Lady Thunder, Droma's knight, who had fought her life, passed away while standing atop Dawncloud. This one is a bit weird. I don't know what's the... I'm not sure what to say about that, but yeah, that seems a bit weird. This alternate story is a bit odd, you know. Oh? Oh, that's cute. Still isn't a sign that we're in sync. I'm gonna need to refill my water. 1 second, chat. But my water is empty, in case I'm wondering. So yeah. Cause yeah, a lot of what you call yapping. So yeah, I want to at least have my water properly. Yes. Okay, right. I probably need to refill this. Never mind. I'll deal with it later. Refill the big bottle. I mean, I have 2 bottles in my desktop. Okay. Oh. Admin notes. New thing? No. Okay, let's take a look at the database itself. Iron Tomb. Node Ravager step into extrapolation reaches its end. Iron Tomb will descend upon universe. Headless Giant is a coroner, tracing the path energy of erudition, collecting boosts and transforming their calculation into destruction. I thought this is the same. Containment measures. Admin Note 2. Ensure secrecy. Stellaron contamination must be deployed around the scepter to block any potential interference from the external universe. In addition to quarterzine, supposed to prevent observation by Hokla Kakamon. Titan Chrysos heirs. Wait, I think this might have changed. By having Chrysos heir inheriting the Conflame will iterate and improve. Authority distribution between electrical signals must be clear, defined, serving as divine authority in the experiment. Record update. Destructive action carried out by a specific electric signal via the power of the path of destruction will result in illogical loophole. Corresponding path. This phenomenon is consistent with the iterative process. When logical loophole occurs, this data signal that meets the experimental condition can serve as substitute. This process is independent to the Chrysos heirs. Nikos intracognition is null. It's hindered through the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, proving it has already become the most perfect vector of destruction. However, refused to complete Era Nova Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and conflicts to the next self, thus creating eternal recurrence to ensure Iron Tomb would never hatch from Amphorius. At the end of the 36,550,336 recursive loop, it attempted to destroy itself through the destruction, create a logical vulnerability in the world-bearing track. It now has been merged Iron Tomb due to the impact of the Setter's core layer. The black type phenomenon in the simulated world has greatly receded. In the 33,550,337 recursive cycle, in the response to external stimuli, it used the power of destruction to destroy coordinate growth of Epiphany and cause a great tomb of the nameless titan to manifest. Oh, I see. So that one was updated. Sky, Premium Mobile Devotion. Behavioral logic highly altruistic, lacks overload protection. This electrical signal tends to identify with survival environments and actively responds to collective crises similar to preservation. In most recursive loop processes, tends towards severe damage. Passage Concord. Note: multi-track calculation performed consecutively for single purpose. Under the influence of Premium Mobile, the electrical signal automatically splits during its initial phase with multiple copies, exhibiting behavioral patterns similar to the harmony. Through mutual understanding, support, and coordination for a common purpose. Behavior generation latency is extremely low. Earth survival. Decision-making patterns show a high stability in species continuation as the primary objective. Special electrical signals influenced by extrapolation targets manifest as saurian dragon-like beasts, highly tolerant of and adaptable to destructive stimuli. Their behavior of achieving species continuation simulates the path of permanence. Yeah, that's fair enough. Record that are completely missing. These anomalies speculated. Oh, okay. These anomalies recur sporadically and randomly across recurrences and show signs of increase, speculated to be related to electrical signal failure and the invading variables March 7 and Evernight. In the 33,550,337 recursive cycle, all lost records have been returned thanks to Trailblazer's upload action at the Great Tomb of the Nameless Giant. I see. A Nameless Titan, whoops. The Great Tomb of the Nameless Titan. The abandoned kernel layer manifested due to the influence of the Remembrance, referred to as the Great Tomb of Nameless Titan by Evernight. Demiurge Stellaron. Administrator has deleted related records. Variable. March 7 and Evernight infiltrated the Scepter through this route. Access records have been deleted. Interesting. Okay. Intrusion variables. Okay, so the nameless from the Astral Express, an external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Also past writer of destruction, they resonated with the 12 factors in the 33,550,336 recursive cycle. This entity assumed a vacant time track and successfully guided Finan beyond this intelligence singularity. In the next recursive cycle, this entity assumed the vacant world-bearing track. At one point, this entity was imprisoned by Evernight, but successfully neutralized the threat at the end of the recursive cycle, preventing catastrophic purging of experimental data. Executing override command granted access to Traveler, Octavian. I'll be waiting for you in the past. Who's this, Cyrene? Not sure. March 7. Nameless from the Astral Express. Past writer or remembrance. External variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Evernite. A high-risk variable distinct from March 7. The path chart is anomalous, able to bypass the Scepter's self-check system, and even affect the memories of the administrator. In the 33,550,337 recursive loop, she took over the vacant time path, secretly manipulating the Titan and guiding Trailblazers group to advance Era Nova. Speculated objective: interfere with Era Nova's progress, clear Scepter's data, terminate the experiment. At the end of the loop, she voluntarily entered slumber, enabling March 7 to complete Time's trial, reclaiming the future. Note: Oblivion does not mean betrayal. It is the final protection. Huh. Interesting. A nameless for an Astral Express, scion of permanence, external variable trapped in a recursive loop. He took over the nearly sealed path of Earth. As the fellow past writer of permanence, they resonated with Scorpio. I think that's Terravox, embracing approximately 2.6 million data lifeforms. 2.16 million data lifeforms within the Coreflame, completing the trial of Earth. Oh, so that's what it is that whole time when we see. So, due to self-destruction of Nico's Finan, a vulnerability appeared in the world-bearing logic in this loop, assumed by variable Trailblazer. A system assessment indicates that allowing Trailblazer to act unchecked will, with a high probability, cause system's iteration progress to stagnate or even regress. There's also a certain probability that it could lead to a Scepter's extrapolative proposition becoming self-contradictory. To ensure the normal operation of this experiment, the administrator intervened with calculation with ID Lycos Ligus. After expelling the variable Trailblazer and destroying the civilization, several electrical signals displayed hostility towards Ligus and launched a series of attacks, resulting in loss of contact with the administrator. In the final phase of the previous loop, the database was invaded by Remembrance, and discarded data was retrieved by Evernite. Currently, there are no risks. Oh, interesting. Hubris. Saridra. In light calendar year 3960, Saridra infused with the Ultimate Protocol and submitted an internal command marking Ligus as a malicious visitor and freezing approximately 60% of special permission for Ligus. According to the Administrator's security protocol, Ligus's self-defense permissions were retained, and the remaining frozen permission were gradually restored. Subsequently, Saridra rewrote the Ultimate Protocol, at the cost of ceasing to respond itself. If the Era Nova progress becomes abnormal, ignore all variables. Ignore all variables, terminate extrapolation, and wait for Iron Tomb to form. Additionally, temporary access grant access permission to further unscrew them. So yeah, this is Terravox. Took no offensive action. After light calendar year 3961, the entity became untraceable. During the final phase of this recursive loop, Terravox was briefly detected Theory, its data that was concealed by Evernite. Through Caslana's indiscriminate assault on the Grove, Terravox managed to destroy itself via the destruction, creating a logic anomaly in Earth's track. When Terravox vanished, Its core flame contained a signal pattern of 2.16 million organic entities. Castorys launched a multiple frontal attack against Lygus. It attempted to use collision detection to make Lygus cease to respond, but to no avail. In like calendar year 4253, Castorys ascended to demigod. Its mobility permissions were removed and became fused with coordinate Netherrealm. At the end of the recursive loop, Castorys, through her resonance with destruction, perceived the lost Trailblazer during her slumber and shielded their memories from the erosion of the data stream. Okay. No direct attacks from Anaxagoras were detected. It is suspected to have taken other actions. In like calendar 4534, Anaxagoras transmuted himself into a high-density data fusion entity, submitting multiple targeted commands via an internal hacking program. With some taking effect, Lycus's mobility permissions were removed. After directives took effect, Anaxagoras can no longer be located. During the final phase of that recursive loop, Anaxagoras was detected hiding within Lycus's data entity. Shortly after, Anaxagoras' electrical signals were analyzed, stripped by Lygus, and have now been reloaded into the buffer. Oh gosh. Okay. Electra had launched multiple attacks against Lygus, but with minimal success. In like calendar 3960, Electra became a demigod. Its mobility permissions were removed and fused into a coordinate, Styxia. After like calendar 4534, Electra continuously submitted internal commands to uninstall Lygus's cognitive module. This command violated the administrator's security protocols and were denied. Not long after, Electra's calculation pathway was overloaded and it entered dormancy. In the final phase of that recursive loop, Electra remained in the world turbulent with Memoria, guide Dan Heng on his return to Amphorius. No administrator responses. Okay. Unit known as Evernight. Unknown unit Evernight Retrieval Anomaly. Coordinate Growth of Epiphany. Path chart anomalous. Initiating priority scan. Hypothesis. Unknown unit possesses unauthorized high-level access data erasure. Warning. Related records undergoing unauthorized deletion. Lygus has been warned. Administrator not responding. Unknown unit untraceable. Anomalous data record restored. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Unknown entity. Evernight scan anomaly detected. Path energy showing dangerous fluctuation. According to the new clause in the Ultimate Protocol, if this unknown entity remains active, the system will determine Era Nova's progress as anomalous and initiate the Scepter's full-range purge program. Warning issued to Lygus. Administrator not responding. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we got 4 stories this time around. Let's start with Saridra, because I think I'm very interested in her story, like, honestly.
Who will win? The fanatical followers of the Eon of Erudition, or the audacious plots of the monarch playing against heaven? The Atavissearch Forest's monkey creatures, the steel soldiers reviving the Emperor, that Theoros' visage of arrogance. On her chessboard, all faded to null.
In the name of Amphorius, I will grant freedom to blind faith.
Blind them to blind faith.
The monarch stood before the inorganic throne, driving the scepter into the emperor's vacant gaze. Even the gods beyond the sky shall crumble like the titans, as she swears to seize the glory of conquering the stars.
What? Wait, why are we suddenly talking about world outside of Amphoris? What the hell? Wait, huh? Interesting.
Who will win? The immortal faithfuls of the Eon of Abundance, or the storms dancing between the chess master's fingertips? The pawns slay the birds, the horses trample the wolves, the chariots smash the trees, and the queen severs the head of pestilence.
Interesting.
In the name of Amphorius, I will grant immortality eternal rest.
The Xianzhou lays forth the ocean's tribute, which the monarch grants to her loyal Gladius, and upon that night's sorrow-marked visage appears a smile, precious and rare.
Why are we... Huh? Okay, that was random. Huh? That was confusing.
Who will win? The raging waves of war from the Eon of Destruction, or the sharp blades of the Empress that has never tasted defeat? Even in the face of the power that swallows the stars, neither monarch nor subject faltered. They would prove their golden blood outshines the lifeblood of the gods themselves.
In the name of Amphorius, I will grant destruction to the destruction.
The monarch's core flame supplants the flames of annihilation. Soldiers drink deep of the golden blood of the blemished one. She has slain the wellspring of tragedy, once again usurping destiny's crown.
Interesting.
Who will win? The light of the esteemed gods beyond the sky, or the core flame lighting up the world in the Imperator's heart? The fury of the stars surges headlong, boiling at the edge of the galactic empire. Mighty factions thrust into her realm, yearning to seize back the splendor of old.
In the name of Amphorius.
Stellar winds scatter the enemy's remaining ashes as golden blood once again congeals into familiar epitaphs. The master of the infinite cosmos lifts the edict high, declaring to her boundless, ceaseless realm,
I shall conquer the heavens, and all stars shall submit.
Oh. Okay, interesting.
Chuckling, the Imperator tosses her final pawn, her previous delusions withering away during the game. She wiped off the formations that were purely imaginary and caught a glimpse of rust blooming upon the throne. On the night before the monarch faced fate, She left behind a grand dream of conquering the stars. In time, she shall become but a humble pawn, so that this grand illusion retains a sliver of truth.
This world's game is nearing its conclusion. But in the distant future,
For the raging and burning ambition, for the flame chase through 30 million creations, for the Imperator's realm and all her citizens, who will win?
I will win. Amborius will win.
God, she's the literal queen. I love her so much. Alright, let's finish a High Sealands.
Having beheld the monarch's gift, she completed her demigod's destiny. The tides within her heart recede, and her requiem draws near. A sliver of light fell from a crack on the cave's ceiling. A blazing ray pierces the surface of the sea. An aching urge to chase the light wells within her, and with a flick of her tail, she drifts toward the breach. In the deep sea, 1,000 years passed. The sea siren once swam to the shore with unwavering will. Fish gathered in silent procession to escort the princess to her final rest. The moment she leapt free from the water, she felt the waves stirred by peals of laughter. Mirages of her friends shimmered and faded, and songs of joy rang out from the shore, just as she had wished.
One second, chat. I need to check something here. That fast. Oh, okay.
Dux Forgoris sliced the Dromus flank with a time-worn edge. Dux Brumalis cast an icy chalice, steaming with the breath of frost. Dux Halcolithist brimmed her vessel with honey brew, while Dux Carminum unfurled a scroll of new verse.
At last you have arrived, our belated musician.
The gold weaver's silver needles hover in the air, weaving beautiful outfits for her. Electra accepts the gift that does not exist. A salty water wets her new attire. She knows this is not reality. Just like the world she loves, mere foam in the sea of stars.
Even so,
She drank down the aurora lights in the cup, as intoxication flew from her fingers into music and song. In the drunkenness granted by her mother, in the dream granted by that drunkenness, in the feast granted by that dream.
I too shall have my fill of feasts.
Now sober, she begins one last song. The musician plucks her strings in the spring, and the waltzing ham stirs the water into waves, revealing memories in throngs. She sings of the once awakened Titan, how the princess accompanied the queen to swim in azure waves. She sings of the confident and dashing monarch, of loyal knights who marched with the imperator to seize the solemn states. She sang of the one destined by heaven's will, of demigods who bore 1,000 years of watch for the hero. She sang of that little gray fry, and how the Gladius defended the deliverer from apocalypse's storms. She sang of herself, a cup made of fish bones, ever waiting for someone to banish the nihility within, pouring the honey brew of fate for her to the brim. She sang until her voice turned hoarse, and the spirit water she held was no more. The honey brew ran out, the final notes dispersed, and the feast of fantasy shattered in turn. Before the deadly quiet seashore, she gave one final smile, then faded into sea foam.
To the fish from beyond the sky, we shall sink into the past.
For she had glimpsed the sky beyond the cave, and chose to believe in the promised future, embracing a hope as fragile as mist.
Interesting.
You must carry the new sun and swim toward the distant horizon.
Alright, that's hers done. Table of contents, yeah. Okay. Deal with Evernights the last. Oh wow, we immediately unlock everything here. Okay.
Another century of the Chrysos War. Rust, wails, and the blood of living souls seep into the earth, into the giant dragon's decaying bones and flesh. The trembling bedrock is the giant dragon's eyes. They see Dromeses reduced to laborers and food, mythical beasts turned into weapons of war. War and flames extinguish all their siblings, yet the giant dragon is powerless, left only with bitter silence and memories filled with guilt.
Huh.
For Earth's trial is to bear the anguish of every living being that walks its surface. Upon the edge of doomsday, the giant dragon's will lay shattered, its scales broken. What greeted them is not a flower-covered era nova, but a long-fallen black sword.
We are strangers.
Oh,
Please surrender the core flame for the dawn.
oh, Kaslana. Interesting.
Dawn. Dawn. If this puppet of destruction yearns for dawn, then what awaits at the end of the flame chase? The torment of the black tide, the sacrifice of their kin. Is it an undeserved destiny? Or merely futile lament?
Oh,
Won't accept this.
The twisted rocks rise like a roaring tide. Yet the Swordmaster shows no fear, merely sighs, as if long accustomed to such sights.
oh,
The rusted joints are shattered one by one. The cracked husk peels away, spilling golden blood. The earthquake that engulfs Amphorius lasts for 3 days and nights.
the hell?
In its final moments of defiance, the giant dragon suddenly realizes this flame chase is nothing but the kindling of self-pity, the breeding ground for calamity.
Oh, okay.
Yet, Earth's end is not dimmed by the shadow of the dark blade. In that special recurrence, the blazing sun extinguishes itself to set the destruction of flame. At that time, as the giant dragon sinks into the earth, still chewing on the pain of betrayal, it hears the footsteps of Evernight.
Oh,
I need a helper to watch over time until the very end.
oh. Okay.
Evernight waves her sleeve, bathing the giant dragon in a memoria tide. And so, the giant dragon sees the past and present of Earth, and understands that the starry sky is forever out of reach.
Okay.
The 33,550,337th eternal recurrence. The demigod Terravox feigns their fall, using the tides of memories to dilute their existence, forging an arc with Earth's core flame.
I see. So this is how it became to be.
In that 1,000 years of defiance, heroes of golden blood meet their tragic end, while the giant dragon remains deaf to their plight, only silently gathering their exiled kin. The pact with Evernight is simple. Time would erase the pain of Earth and cradle it in peaceful slumber among its own. And Earth shall become Time's ally, for it alone can keep watch until the end of the world.
I see. So that's how they came to be in general.
The flame-chasing heroes once scorned the giant dragon, for they refused to crush any foe beneath their feet.
A foolish earth beast.
A heretic who refuses to serve the Flame Chase!
After staying for several days, the giant dragon bids farewell to the Imperator.
The flame chase is a glory that belongs only to the children of humanity.
You are a benevolent beast. I had no intention of keeping you captive.
Oh.
A decree to protect innocent lives is about to be issued. All I ask is that you lend a hand to the Flame Chase in the future.
Losses are a constant on the Flame Chase journey. Yet the giant dragon remembers their creator's command. After leaving the Imperator's capital, the giant dragon shelters small beasts upon its back, only to be hunted by city-states hungry for meat.
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. I forgot they do that.
Arrows pour down like rain, unable to pierce the giant dragon's skin, yet cause the creatures on their back to wail and fall.
Oh.
Until a mighty force of reinforcements brings this tragedy to an end. They raise a shield wall for the giant dragon, then marched forth and crushed that city-state.
The mountain dwellers are not a warlike people. Who are you?
The leading knight answered loudly.
I am Mountain Breaker, Geocles.
Oh. I see.
All the world knows that protecting all of Earth's creations is the creed of the Dromas Legion. The world also knows the Dromas Legion is ever victorious. The giant dragon under the Mountain Breaker is silent, yet unstoppable.
I see.
Endurance does not help with survival.
Mountain Breaker always speaks of his friend this way, while the giant dragon only responds with a low growl. Soon after, when word came that the flame-chasing army targeted Earth, the Dromas riders set forth in full force, all to protect their creator. On the eve of the march, the giant dragon receives a secret message.
Your one and only Flame Chase must be to slay your creator, and then fight to survive.
Interesting.
Records state, in the Battle of the Abyss, the Dromas riders were broken after Terravox's betrayal. The Mountain Breaker shed his armor and fell from the cliffs to his end. Earth carved the memories of the betrayal into its strata, until Evernight would leaf through them.
Oh.
Oh, Earth. Time is willing to wash away that pain of betrayal.
As a memo sprite, the mighty Mountain Breaker reunites with the giant dragon. His voice trembles in a whisper.
That couldn't have been your choice.
The giant dragon only responds with a low growl. The giant dragon and their comrade dwell in the abyss for 1,000 years. until the Azure Dragon returns from among the stars, stirring up the dust of destiny.
He is one of our kind.
The giant dragon lifts their eyelids, gazing at the azure-colored lone scion, knowing that dragon's body bears the sworn duty of protection. But in Mountain Breaker's eyes, there is only resolute determination.
That is the permanence.
The permanence can heal the divine form of the giant dragon. The permanence can guide life past its end. At the edge of the world, watching their comrade's silhouette fade away, the dying giant dragon shakes its head and sighs.
The permanence is not a panacea, but rather a bridge.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, last act.
Years later, gazing up at the vast starry night sky, I often ponder, what does the permanence truly mean? The countless souls entrusted by Terravox still surge within my chest, like an eternally burning furnace. I once thought about finding them a home, and tried to communicate with them in my heart. And yet, the living beings of this world, they are now inseparable from me. As if from the very beginning, they were a branch of my own bloodline.
Huh. Interesting.
Inseparable?
After I told everyone, a heated discussion broke out in the express car.
Will you turn into a little chimera and snuggle up in our arms?
March 7th lets her imagination run wild.
Okay, 1 second, chat. Will you turn into like little chimera and snuggle up in our arms?
Maybe he'll become a baby seal.
A magical beast would be fine too. I've always wanted to see that species.
These are the reassuring words from Himiko and Mr. Yang.
That's not helpful. Okay.
No matter what he becomes, Dan Heng will always be Dan Heng.
His words are unusually poetic.
But if you become a Dromus, you absolutely must let me feed you red soil.
Bruh.
Don't you even think about it.
That's funny.
Sometimes I have dreams like this. Countless beings flee alongside me. Behind us, black floods blot out the sky as if to devour all signs of life. In our darkest hour, the living beings form a bridge of dragons, and I lead them limping towards the starry sky. At the end of the vast procession, a lone giant dragon comes to a halt, watching us depart into the distance.
The children of Earth will always find their own path. Thank you for being their bridge.
Something stirs within me at the moment of awakening. Perhaps the legacy of the permanence lies not in recreating flesh, nor in the merging of bloodlines. One day, while browsing through the databank, I noticed an update on the universe's animal species.
Oh, okay.
In an ocean-covered planet, a new species of seals evolved, with a penchant for bumping into things.
Huh? Okay.
On a barren desert wasteland, evolved a herd of red soil-craving beasts.
Okay.
Many familiar silhouettes are now active in the cosmic ecosystem.
Oh.
Yet they are not my old Amphorian friends.
Oh.
This is their rebirth. This is life's way forward.
Oh, interesting. Really interesting.
Perhaps, just as Terravox wished, I've become a bridge bearing the weight of their life. They once shattered the battle formation of the mountain dwellers, tore open Giorios' chest, swallowed the core flame, only to resolutely pass it on. Creation will always betray its creator, just as witnessed at the dawn of civilization. Frail beings betrayed the dark tides, climbing onto land, ascending the branches high, finally betraying their home and gazing upon the stars.
I see.
The furnace in my chest still pulses. In the gaps between the heated torrents, I sometimes find myself in a daze, catching glimpses of that colossal figure in the cosmos's cracks. It was a giant dragon, named the Permanence.
Oh. I see. Okay, so Evernight would be the last one, as usual.
Before arriving at Amphorius, our last stop was Dan Heng's homeland, a place called Xianzhou.
Xianzhou is just a general term. This starship is called the Lo Fu.
I had some wonderful times there practicing swordplay. By the way, which is stronger, the bow or the sword?
I'd say the sword. It can cleave a mountain in half.
You've been watching too many Immersia.
I've been working my butt off just to avoid using a bow.
Come on, let's become weapon masters together.
That's good.
To master a skill, one must first find a mentor. And I ended up with 2 of them. So, sometimes I run laps, sometimes I lift weights, and sometimes I do both at the same time. Looking back now, those days were really fulfilling.
No pain, no gain, am I right?
Between sword practice sessions, I occasionally hit up the food stalls in Arum Alley to recharge with some delicious eats. Master Yun Li was right. These berry pheasant skewers are absolutely delicious.
Of course.
Hard work pays off. This girl's been up at the crack of dawn every day, and finally defeated countless formidable foes.
What? I can testify. March really did defeat countless training dummies.
Those wooden dummies aren't exactly easy to break. It takes real skill.
Okay.
Every hero's story needs a villain. And when it comes to the great heroine March 7th's nemesis, it's definitely gotta be Scott.
Rather than a freight skiff, maybe an IPC eco ship would suit him better.
Why?
After all, he's got a knack for talking like animals.
True. True.
During the decisive battle, I defeated Scott with my epic move, Star Shatter Shard dream.
Did you actually master that move?
Well, naming moves doesn't cost anything.
Doesn't cost anything. What do you mean?
There's still some space left, and I just happened to find a nice photo.
Well, the floor is yours, Master Dan Han.
Don't be ridiculous. It's clearly Don Hung's brother here.
As I thought, March has some hidden powers there too.
Huh? Okay. Okay. Interesting.
In memory of our first trailblaze together. The three of us.
On average, we got a wanted poster for every 3 planets we visited.
If I could have used my hidden powers back then, they wouldn't have dared to draw me this ugly.
Bruh.
Playing hide and seek with Hook was fun. Those kids under her command have quite the hidden talent.
When both players in hide and seek are experts, it will turn into a contest of who can last longer without food.
True.
On the day the overworld and underworld were connected, I too took the first cable car. The seats were so hard that day, my butt was killing me.
Let me teach you a trick. Just keep standing instead.
Then how can you even call that sitting in a cable car?
What? I wanna cry.
For the sake of walking smoothly towards tomorrow, we sealed away the truth of the decisive battle, along with our memories, in a box.
True.
The juice that day was delicious. I want to drink it again.
Ugh, that's Jim Roger bread soda.
Ha!
What's with that March 7th themed blue and pink color in there?
That's just food coloring.
Hey, you two! Don't ruin the nostalgic mood!
Okay, that's funny.
Visiting Urillo again for the Soulborn Festival, I put on some pretty clothes specially for the occasion. Look! Don't I look like a princess?
So that's how you've seen yourself all this time.
Well, I want to change my clothes and become a devil too.
What?
Little ice bear. A sweet little Snow White ice bear. I wonder if it's found any friends yet.
I think I saw it in Penicum. Hey, why don't we turn it into a universal social media star?
That niche is already dominated by trotters.
True.
That big guy who once raised his fists against us is now the hope for Belobog's revival.
Mr. Yang was practically drooling watching that.
Too bad he wasn't there that time.
Not necessarily.
By next time we visit Urillo, will it have turned into an ocean planet?
Then wouldn't those polar bears have to be renamed water bears?
The data shows that Urillo's environment is slowly recovering, but the ice shouldn't melt too quickly.
Time to remove those floaties from the shopping cart.
What the hell? I don't know what else to say about this because this is silly, honestly. Okay, last act.
I heard I was once frozen in this ice block, drifting all over the universe.
That's one way to go on a cosmic hitchhike.
If the conductor hadn't hit the brakes back then, I probably would have punched a hole right through the car, huh?
Stop being dramatic. The Express was the one that actively scooped you up.
I remember there was some six-phased ice left after it melted. I used it to make a little model. Mr. Yang explained that it's called a figure, and then made me watch anime with him all night.
That's the highest honor he can bestow.
I want a figurine too.
You know what? I want to take a picture of this. Okay, right. Sorry. There we go. Let's continue.
Every morning, the express crew has breakfast together. But they're not always on time. I can't help it. I'm still sleepy.
Next time, get up earlier and set an alarm.
People who can get up right as soon as their alarm goes off are terrifying.
This kind of person is capable of anything.
True.
My camera's full of Pom-Pom's photos. It's so much fun dressing up the conductor.
Pom-Pom used to have a turtleneck uniform, but they rarely wear it after March came.
Oh. Okay, interesting. The outfit?
I love my room so much. I tidy it up every single day.
Looking at it now, that photo wall must be the power of memories.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask. Where's the wardrobe?
Take a guess.
Unhelpful. Behind the wall for those. Must be. It seems like it.
I remember Tykean. My most trailblazy of trailblazes.
Oh.
That grand debut cost me quite a few credits.
So? What exactly happened?
Oh.
I saw a ball by the road, so I just casually kicked it.
And then, bam! It flew right into the ceiling, through the venue.
Oh.
And scored 100 points, too.
Okay. I see.
We'll travel together forever and ever.
That line sounds familiar.
Memories weave the past, bit by bit. They stretch long behind me, like shadows on the path I've walked. I wonder, what stories will the future me create?
Oh, interesting. There we go. And that's that. Yep. There we go. I think this is completed. Everyone has finished their journey. Okay, right. So let's actually get some rewards. Okay, there we go. Maybe that's one for Cyrene, but yeah. Turns out this is done. Like, actually. Huh. Okay. So we got 10k, nearly 10k pulls in general. Nothing special here. We got 10 pulls over here. And that's mostly it, actually. We need to do that endgame stuff, actually. Okay, right. And that's that. At least we fixed everything. Understood what the hell's going on, but yeah. Okay, so back to Genshin. Yes. Genshin. Yes. It plays the evening one now. How nice. Gosh. Okay, anyways, I think we'll do some fishing. I guess, like, yeah, we should do some fishing. Honestly, yeah. Okay, right. Okay, fix this. Okay. Right, first things first, what fish should I catch? Actually, a lot of fishes in general. I don't see a problem. Okay, so okay, right. So we'll go in order. Yeah, for catching the fishes, cause why not? Why the fudge not? You know? Yeah, let's just go for it. Fishing time. Alright. Fishing time. Fishing time. Fishing time. Fishing time. Okay, right. I'll put it here so that I can see where it is, but yeah. Okay, so we'll catch this one, yeah. Not a lot of like interesting fishes actually, so yeah, let's just hope that that's ornament fish spawning in soon enough, but yeah.
Steady now, it's the final stretch! Whoa, nice catch!
Okay, right.
Yeah, you nearly got him! Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already! So close, so close! Stay cool! Whew, that was a tough fight!
Chat, I regret to inform I need to head out. God dang it, man. How awful timing.
Whew, that was a tough fight!
What an awful timing. I guess we'll do fishing tomorrow, actually. But at least we clear this spot first, if anything, so yeah, I guess it helps.
So close, so close! Stay... Whoa, nice catch!
But yeah, I think later we'll do Wuwa story, like I said. We will do that. But that's a bit later in the night, so yeah, we'll do that later. But first, yeah, let's just finish this spot first.
Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling on...
Alright, so yeah, I think I'll head out in like 5-ish minutes, so yeah, just so everyone know. But, jeez, are you kidding me? Are you for real? I don't want these fish, bro. Why these fish the one that show up?
You've got it!
I swear they need to ban this fish
That was a tough fight!
from this location in general. Like, yeah. Okay, there we go. Well, dang it.
Steady now! What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
Are you kidding me? Okay, there we go. That took like forever.
So close, so close! Whew, that was a tough fight! Steady now, it's the final Oh, nice catch!
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it here. I'll do more fishing down the line, but not today. Yeah, I say down the line, more like I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, kind of a abrupt end actually to this, unfortunately, but it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, I did not expect. I swear, I swear, everyone calls me out without my consent or something. Calls me out without my consent. I think the correct word is everyone wants to just call me just because like they can. I don't know. And yeah, I think we'll continue. We'll do more stream later tonight, chat. As I said, we'll do more streams later tonight. Yeah, I guess we will do like I said, Wuwa story main quest itself, which is the one we'll do tonight. Yes. Pretty sure we need to split into 2 days to do that one, but that's fine. Actually, it's okay. Not really that much of a problem. But yeah, tomorrow afternoon, we'll probably stream too. We'll see. All right. Anyways, chat. Have a good one. I'll see you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys later tonight. Yeah. Thanks for joining for this somewhat short stream, I guess. God, I can't do Battlefield 6, man. I'm so sad. I can't do it on stream. I need to do everything off stream. It's so unfortunate. But it is what it is, I guess. Yeah. Let me see. Anyone I know of online? Yes. I'm just gonna send you guys over to them then. Alright, chat. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Yeah. Say hi to Ruby. Yes. They're playing Portal. Oh, yes. I love this game. Lovely. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.